My name is Jason Rathbun. I grew up in Little Falls, New York in the upstate. Played for legendary high school coach Ted Schaaf. After my time in high school baseball, I went into the United States Army, where I learned a lot about discipline and hard work. And I took that into college and started my baseball career. I started down in Florida, down at FCCJ, Florida Community College of Jacksonville, and left there and went to my hometown in Herkimer Community College to play 2 years there. After I graduated from there, I accepted a scholarship down to Erskine College and played for head coach Kevin Nichols. During my 2 years at Herkimer, I was a first baseman / pitcher, and when I got to Erskine, I was a starting pitcher for Erskine for 2 years. I've been at Herkimer for 8 years. I'm in my 9th right now. We've been nationally ranked the last 7 out of 8 years. I took over the program. They had about a 30-year history. We made the playoffs once in 30 years, and then we've made the playoffs every year since I took over. We average about 29 wins a year over the last 8 years. We've won 5 conference championships, had 8 All-Americans, and had 2 players drafted. So I'm really happy where the program's at, and we look to continue to improve it every year. I think it's important for recruits to have a strong drive to get better. We need players that are ready to come in and work hard, because 2 years is a quick turnaround. You know, it's not. There's time for development, but there's not a lot of time for goofing around. You know, you got to come in, be serious, and be ready to work. You know, academically and athletically, we expect somebody to come in and make a lot of improvements in 2 years to make themselves more marketable, academically and athletically. Getting bigger, stronger, having a better understanding for the college game, while learning how to develop good study habits, how to utilize their time management, and develop socially as well, how to handle themselves and without having the guidance of their parents around. It's a complete package when you come to Herkimer, so we look for somebody that can thrive in that type of environment. Pitching, I want an idea of somebody that knows what they're doing. I think control and pitch location and placement is a lot more important than velocity. You can throw 98, but if you don't have an understanding of what you're doing or where the ball is going, you're not going to be effective. I would rather have a guy that's 78 to 80 that can carve a plate inside and out and be able to throw his off-speed pitches for strike. I think that's the biggest difference in college and high school, is the ability to throw off-speed pitches for strikes and be able to locate your fastball. So velocity is definitely not something that we get caught up on. We look for guys that have a lot of innings, that have experience on the mound, and that can go out there and pitch every day. Well, I think recruiting is, you have to be willing to strive to get better. You know, perfection's unobtainable, but striving for it's mandatory. You have to always try to get better. If you're not trying to get better, then we're just not the right program for you. You know, I think you have to be willing to come in and make improvements and work hard to get better. I think most kids start to have a good idea after their sophomore year, what direction they're headed academically. You know, it's great to have some ability, but you can have all the ability in the world, and if you don't have the grades, it's going to be tough to find the right school. So academically, you have to have a feel for where you're at, what the right fit is for you in school academically, and then find the right baseball program that supplements that. It's 2 pieces, and they're equal 50-50. You can't go to a really good academic school if you're not a strong student just because they got a good baseball program. And you can't go to a really strong baseball program that doesn't have a good academic program. You know, I think they both work hand in hand. Proper rest. I think that's the biggest problem with youth today, is coaches are willing to throw kids back-to-back days. Our cardinal rule in our program is every pitch thrown in a game is 1 hour off. So if you have a guy that maybe is a reliever and he can come out and throw an inning, if he keeps it under 24 pitches, he can bounce back on that second day. But you never throw 3 days in a row. At the most, it's 2 days in a row. But at least for every pitch thrown, you should take an hour off from throwing. Now, a guy in our program that goes out and throws over 30 pitches, they're completely shut down for 24 hours. So there's no throwing. Rest is key. You have to give your arm time to heal and recover. That's the biggest problem with our youth today, is overthrowing and having coaches overuse arms. Hard work. I tell you, I'm never going to be a coach who thinks that I know everything. There's always room to learn, and I want to learn something new every day. So if I can be that way as a coach, wanting to get better and learn something new every year to get my program better, that's what I expect from my players. You have to lead by example. You can't just demand respect. You have to earn it, and you earn it by doing the right things and trying to educate yourself as much as you can about the game. It's a never-ending learning process. Things that were done in 1980 are way different than they were done in 1960, and they're different than the way they were done in 1940, and they're going to be different 20 years from now. So it's always going to be changing. It's about staying on top of that and keep educating yourself. I think Herkimer is a great place to start your career as a college student athlete. It provides great academic support for students coming to our school. We have a lot of programs that you can get into and have an idea what field of interest you might really want to get into. I think we have a great setting. Our on-campus housing is beautiful. It's apartment complexes. Our athletic teams are all strong. So we have great facilities, great workout opportunities, and a great chance to get better and to improve yourself as a student athlete. So, we may be a Division III junior college, but I would compare us with any program, because the development that we've had and the success we've had is something that I'll hang my hat on. I'm very proud of what we've done, and I think we're attracted to any student that's coming out of high school.